Welcome back to Bobby and JJ Radio. Happy to have you all here this morning. My name is Brian Gutierrez, filling in for the JJ Guarina, and I have his trusty sidekick, Mr. Bobby Cortez here.
Hello.
Yay. All right. So our first guest up this morning is Christa, Rainey, and Heather Richko. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Good to have you. Yeah, absolutely. So your company is Arrange, right? Tell us a little bit about your company.
Tell us a lot about your company.
There you go.
Okay, here it goes. Well, let's just say we started this business essentially when we became best friends in college. We met in class.
It's like a year ago? Cool.
Year for her, like 10 for me. No. So met in class and hit it off and knew at some point in our life that we actually wanted to have something amazing together and knew at some point we would be working together. So that actually happened sooner than later. And we come up with the concept of bringing online interior design to everybody. And that morphed into the current need, which was virtual staging. Mm-hmm. And then now, this month, we're actually going to go ahead and launch online interior design.
So,
Nice.
so who's your client and what kind of services do you provide?
Yeah, so currently we mostly cater to realtors.
Mm-hmm.
We also work with a lot of builders. So as she stated, we focus in on the virtual home staging right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of our main client base right now.
Explain that to the people who aren't in the industry. What is virtual home staging?
Yeah, so in a snapshot, say you're a realtor, you're going to send
I am a
us-
realtor, by the way.
Well, perfect. Then we'll
He's
talk
an
more.
okay one,
So
by
is
the way.
JJ.
Yeah.
Well, it's my business partner. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would send us, in theory, your empty room photos of your listing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would take them and overlay them with 3D furniture and accessories.
Mm-hmm.
And so, therefore, your photos would then be staged, and you can then post them online to get more traffic to your listing. And so you're no longer posting an empty home photo, right? It's now staged. So our backgrounds being in interior design really helps with that, so that all of that experience goes into color palettes and, interior architecture, all the things that you don't really want to have to think about yourself. We do that for you.
So that's kind of a new thing because I remember
Right.
before you take all these pictures, or you would hire a company to bring all this heavy furniture, and they would charge you this monthly. You'd have to sign 3 months minimum,
Right.
and they would bring all this furniture and they would take pictures. But now, I just noticed this where I saw a picture about 6, 7, 8 months ago, and I'm like, is that real? Because I was fooled. It looked real.
It looks so real.
But it looked
Yeah.
too perfect. So
Yeah.
there was something about it. I wasn't sure. But since then, we sell a lot of houses, and sometimes the houses are vacant, and it just shows so much better when you have somebody, a professional, make it look lived in, make it look perfect. You put the right furniture, you put the right colors, it pops, and people will mark interested, and people will come out and look at it. So it really is give us a lot more exposure. Days in the market have come down a lot, so it's a great thing for our industry, actually.
Yeah.
People are trying to buy a home, not a house. So,
Right.
I mean, essentially, people are buying their aspirations, and so that's what we're trying to bring. And actually, just a side note, one of our real estate photographers out in Houston actually said that one of his clients took the design that we put together and actually mimicked the furniture
Wow.
when they bought the house. So our design is essentially already in somebody's home.
Nice.
And that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that was our dream from the beginning.
Right.
And so we did a pivot, and then
A flexible pivot.
Yes, we changed to virtual staging from online interior design
Right.
in the hopes and with the goal that would happen in the end. Is that, once we've staged a home virtually, that look could be recreated all online.
So you're constantly having to see what's cool and hip in the market, right? Or
Right.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And is it usually you see the house and then you like what would look good in there, or do you go with a certain theme, or how do you come up with an idea?
Yeah, so it's a combination, and it's a little bit of a different process from virtual staging to online interior design, right? The online interior design is a much more personal service, and so that would start with the style quiz, which is super fun, and that really helps give us a client profile. They'll be able to tell us about, what kind of foods they like, and it's pretty abstract, but makes it really fun and gives us a lot of good information to start from.
Do you have any stats as to what a virtual staging does to a listing? So the real estate agents that's listing, like what impact that has? I mean, sure, when they walk through the house, they're like, where's all the furniture I saw online? But, once they understand the concept of it and the agent explains, so what do those stats look like?
Right. As far as we know, it's like 87%. A home's going to sell faster if it's staged. So
Yeah.
when it's virtually staged, I mean that statistic makes sense there as well. And now we know that 1 in 3 people are actually buying homes sight unseen from online. So online is the first place people are looking. People aren't driving around anymore looking for homes.
Right.
They're online.
Do people ever get mad? They're like, that looked way too good, and then I came out and I was a little disappointed.
So we've come up with something
Good question.
Yes, great question. We've come up with something to really help with that. We've actually never received that feedback.
Right.
However, we do have an option where you can, as a realtor, purchase a board, 22 by 28 inch board that you can set up. And so it's kind of like, if you will, a Chip and Joanna, where you kind of reveal what the room could look like if you had that design. And then we also have just some flyers that would do the same trick. So again, it just reminds the potential buyer what they saw online.
Right.
What's the makeup of Arrange's company? Like staff? Like what is?
Yeah, what does your team look like?
Yeah.
So Heather and I are the owners of the company. My husband Kyle is also an owner in the company. And then we have how many contractors?
We have 3 contractors, so 3 designers. One's here in San Antonio, one's in Houston, one's in Chicago, and they're actually all working in the interior design industry.
Perfect.
And then we have our new girl, Christa, who's all our sales and marketing.
So the way it works is, I guess the real estate agent would hire a photographer, right?
Correct.
And they would take
Preferably.
pictures, and then they would send you the pictures,
Correct.
and then you guys would add everything that you're going to add to them, right?
Absolutely.
What type of outreach do you guys need? Like, I mean, we're all looking to grow our businesses, right?
Right.
So what is the big ask that you can have on the air right now where you could say, hey, look, if you're looking to do this, we've already seen the numbers, 87% probably sells quicker, right?
Right.
1 in 3 people are buying homes online. So what's the big takeaway that you can say, hey, reach out to us and here's what we're going to provide?
I would say let's focus in on virtual staging, because once we get you guys as our client, we'd love to set you up for more success with your potential future clients with our online interior design. So if you're in real estate, or if you just purchased a home, or you're looking to do a space refresh, that's what I would say. Give us a call.
Perfect. Well, you heard it here first. To reach out to the folks at Arrange, my ladies here, Christa, Rainey, and Heather Richko, you can call them at 210-823-4686, or you can find them online at arrange.studio, www.arrange.studio. We'll be right back with more Bobby and JJ Radio.